Travel and wine. What could be better? For the first time on Ukrainian TV, we combined it into a unique project. Famous TV presenter and famous sommelier begins an unprecedented journey to the world.
I saw you and got lost. I'm worried.
Where are we? Where are we driving to? How many turns did we make? You will see the whole process of winemaking. I have never seen such a volume of foam in my life. From the vine that the sun is warming up in the vineyard to a bottle of wine on a store shelf. Discover secrets, how to distinguish authentic wine from fake, and what's the best to choose. How to pour the wine correctly. I never tell anyone, only at school at the 3rd level.
A tricky man, huh?
And you will be able to win an unbelievable prize yourself. Anyone who is watching us carefully must remember the password.
And do not make a mistake.
Come first to the winery, where we will be in this issue. Spell the password and take the prize home.
My heart is sinking.
So are you ready to see the world through wine?
The town of hundreds of towers, the Italian town of Alba, was once called so, and today it will be very sweet here because it is the birthplace of famous sweets, and the white truffle from Alba is known all over the world. In addition, there is plenty of savory wine, which, imagine, is included in the top 10 of the world's wines. So take a deep breath, the most interesting is ahead. Salud, salud. Actually, it was my childhood dream to ride through Italy on a bicycle. And even regardless of the glass of white wine you see here, I remain confident. Vitali, catch me.
Salute, salute.
Damn, I saw you and got lost.
Where did you take it?
I found it in this place for rent, and my dream came true. I'm riding in an Italian town on a bicycle.
Do you know that we're in the capital of the white truffle?
I guess I'll take a walk and look for a truffle today.
Well, the first task is to taste black or white truffle. Understand that this is the sweetest place in Italy.
This one?
Yes, because one of the most famous companies of the planet for the production of sweets was created here. So I recommend understanding Dolce Vita Italiano.
Is in fact a dream.
And the password for tasting in the evening.
Well, I have things to do for a whole day, and I think that a bicycle will slow me down, so please park it somewhere around the corner, sweetheart.
Will you let me go for a ride?
Sure, take a ride. See you later. Don't forget about the tasting. I'll wait for you tonight. Ciao for now. I think he heard me. This is Alba in the Piedmont region from the bird's eye view. As you see, the center is cross-shaped because, like all towns of Roman times, it's based on a defensive principle. In the center, there's a tower as an observation point, and there are many churches and an administrative object there. Alba, founded by the Romans, has been repeatedly destroyed, so the present-day city stands on the foundation of Roman cities, although it is unlikely the local people often think about it. But inside these walls, behind the mask of the Baroque, houses of the Middle Ages are hidden. A romantic old man threw out his romantic poet. A sentimental old man threw out his romance poems from the balcony. You see, his name is written here, although sometimes you can meet knights in Alba.
Somewhere here in the middle of a flowering street is the house of one of the most famous families of winemakers in Italy, Monchiero Carbone. On this coat of arms, in an old-fashioned Piedmont dialect, it is written that each gate has its own bell. How do you do?
Hi, hello, welcome. I'm glad to see you here.
Hello, welcome. I'm glad to see
Hello.
you here. Thank you. Hello, I see the whole family. Hello. I brought gifts for you. This is well known in Ukraine and the world, Petrikivka painting.
Very nice.
And this is for you, my friend. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Sorry, I did not bring anything for the kids.
No problem. This dish will be for everyone. The town of Alba is a real eclectic place. Here, we can see ancient architecture, modern boutiques, listen to incredible jazz music, even hear the clatter of horse hooves. This ceremonial pillar is the preparation for donkey racing. In fact, they take place on the first Sunday of October, just before the truffle collection season. It is said that at first the races were arranged as a bright and humorous form of local entertainment, and now they use it as a charm for tourists who, with blissful smiles, are stomping along the streets of the town together with the donkeys and horses. In addition to that, this town is a paradise for the sweet tooth. Being in the place where Nutella and Raffaella was invented and not tasting it, that's simply a sin and impossible. Hello, can I buy a Nutella with ice cream? Oh, look at all this Nutella. Mille grazie. It's so tasty. I understand. Everything here is arranged so that attempts to lose weight and be slender are an exercise in futility.
First, Francesco takes me to the object of his special pride, the vineyards. Francesco, you started your business at a very young age, when you were only 20. You devoted your whole life to it. For you, this is not just a business, but a process in which all your family is involved. And I wonder, who will take your baton in the future? I cannot answer this question, but you're very right when you say that it's not just a job. In fact, this is a passion that allows me to live in touch with nature and see all this beauty. A historical place. It was here that in the 14th century a wide variety of Arnese grapes was registered. I can't even believe that I am here. Good day. Hello. Can I try? Okay, try it. Will you show me? I'll show you. Let's work. Cut the vine closer to the grapes. I'm just worried not to damage the grapevine. Don't worry, we will plant another one. You see, you have a good turnout.
In the city of Alba, the two main products are hazelnuts and white truffle. Nutella is made of hazelnuts. Buongiorno. How would this be in Italian? A typical Piedmont product. And there's truffle with oil and ordinary truffle. This is an olive oil cream. How much is it?
€6.
Well, this is my favorite part. No grappa is not for me, only wine. And that is what we're eating during our business trip, wine and truffles. Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. In Francesco's estate, the wine cellar is a classic because it is located in this cellar under the house. This is the first point where we receive grapes and make grape juice. Berries come from the top floor, that is from the ground. Under the force of gravity, they fall into the press. Our press is very modern, with a cooling system and with an oxygen supply system. This is for white wine, but red wine is made differently. Yes, because there the main goal is to make the grapes peel as long as possible in contact with grape juice. The modern methods that we began to apply are when just at the bottom of the container we create bubbles of neutral gas. Then they rise to the top and break the head of grapes. Thus, grape juice itself is mixed with the peels, and the wine becomes more saturated and fragrant. Then, after 3 to 4 days of fermentation, we move the wine to another part of the winery, where the process of aging begins. Let's go and take a look at exactly how this process happens.
Alba is a city that has always aspired towards higher goals. Numerous towers over houses serve not only as defensive structures, but as status symbols. Where the house has a tower, this is a sign of a Grand Signor or a VIP. But later, such people became impoverished, and their houses were destroyed due to wars or earthquakes, thus clearing for new constructions. And in this way, Alba began reaching higher and higher to the skies. In this way, Alba began reaching the skies a bit more by a few meters with each restoration. The city is commonly compared to a beautiful girl in a dress made from middle-aged metal structure. The local church acts not only as a tourist site, but as a place of sanctity and rest after the heat. This temple, dedicated to Saint Lorenzo, was built in 600 AD, and like everything in Alba, has been ruined and restored. The frescoes on its walls were painted somewhere in the 16th century, so according to Italian standards, they do not have a great artistic value. According to local tour guides, they're just another example of a well-done work of art. Italians are spoiled by the quality and quantity of ancient and modern art in their cities. The church was restored in the 1970s, and today it is a place more for holding exhibitions and concerts.
Here is the place where red wine is aged. This part of the cellar is the oldest. This section of our house is about 200 years old. Those who sought to make a good wine arranged their wine cellars underground, because here there is no need for additional cooling of the room. It is naturally cold here, and what is more important for aging, the humidity level is sufficient. And if the climate is dry, then the vaporing of wine is greater. Yes, the higher the temperature, the more the wine is absorbed in the oak barrels. But the highest risk is that air replaces wine, and then it may become slightly over-oxidized. How do you define the best cask for aging? The answer took a few seconds of preparation, but I may say that it took many years to gain the required experience. You should meticulously check the grape variety that you grow in your vineyard. And here you may face the issue of which casks may serve better, French or American. Honestly speaking, it took 5 or 6 years to determine personally for myself what oak species, type of toasting and size suit better to my grapes and my land. Can we uncork one of the oak barrels and test its bouquet? Let us open this one, and you will try it, please. Very good. I can even say what is inside. Go ahead, say what you think. I think this is Barbera. Barbera, excellent. My compliments. You have a great sense of smell.
Three Italians meet me. A guide is among them. We will now get acquainted. Buongiorno. Hi. Laura. Nice to meet you. Oh, where were you in Ukraine? Tell me.
In Kiev, in Chernivtsi. You have very tasty cuisine in Ukraine, an incredible horilka, flavored with horseradish.
Hrinavuka. So, may we take a glass of wine, or is this not a part of culture in Italy?
Of course, sure.
Right.
Називається фалегро. Фалегро.
Salute.
Salud.
This is a distinct part of our history. Here you can find our private collection, starting from 1990. Prior to this year, we produced wine at another winery, and then we moved here. Francesco collects the most important bottles here in order to be able to trace the history of winery and make the product better. 1997. I entered college this year. By the way, I studied to become a winemaker. 1990. I finished the first grade. Nice collection. 1997, 2001, 2003, 2004, 2005. Now I need to recall what happened to me in those times.
Is this the church where your mother got married? Do you live there? Where's your window?
Here it is. It's open.
Let's go. Italian courtyards. I love them so much. A piquant remark. I'm going to visit Pietro. Wow, where's your postbox? Is it your correspondence? Mom. Hi, Mom.
Sister.
Wow, is this whole house yours? Oh, where's the balcony? How beautiful. And the view from the window is the best. Pietro, you are a lucky man. I would live here. Okay, let's go.
Here, everything is really innovative, and this is the long-standing story of two families, Monchiero and Carbone. They began their winery future in the beginning of the 20th century.
Barbe Capelli, you get a haircut here. Number one. Now we will show you a barber shop. Buongiorno, here's a party. So I'm currently in the Italian man's dreamland of beauty. It seems like all the men here are similar to Silvio Berlusconi, and they all behave pretty much in the same way. Greetings. Ciao. See you later.
The house of the MonchieroCarbone family is beautiful. It is adorned with flowers, has bright walls and sky blue window sashes featuring Piedmonte. Several generations of the family still live here.
And now, Vitali, I'll show you our hall of wine tasting sessions.
Thank you. And who is this man? Francesco?
Yes, this is a caricature of Francesco. He embodies here the company's logo. He likes it so much. Please come in, Vitali. This is our hall for wine tasting. It serves as a place where we invite guests for a glass of our wine.
What's that picture?
This is our history. You can see my great-grandfather. He's holding my husband, little Francesco, in his arms. In this photo is our granny from the Monchiero family. She was the one who initiated the winemaking journey of our family.
How large are the bottles?
The volume of each is 12 liters. We call this type of bottles Baltasar.
Is it full?
Yes, it is. We put all labels on it by hand.
The bottle has a special shape, and it's pretty heavy,
Yes, it's special.
like a child.
Millions of years ago, there was a seabed here, which had a major effect on the flavor and bouquet of the wine. And these shells are a confirmation of that. We found them on the lands of our vineyards.
Can you imagine 200 million years? Unbelievable.
And here we have all our awards.
Is it the famous Gambero Rosso?
Exactly. Gambero Rosso is the most renowned and influential periodical in Italy. We won the award 10 times, and as a result, we are proud owners of the Gambero Rosso star.
This is basically one of the leading titles among those that can be earned in Italy.
Wow, what a wonderful degustation.
Indeed, as beautiful as you are.
You said Dolce Vita in the morning, and it's been like that all day long. I see you got started without me. 2 bottles are already uncorked.
This is the part of today's lesson. These 2 samples are exceptional regarding their quality, body, maturity, level of alcohol, and many other factors. Such wines require quite a bit more oxygen. We'll leave the bottle open for 2, 3, or sometimes 5 hours prior to wine testing, which allows the wine to oxidize, thus giving it a delicate bouquet and a delectable flavor.
We're uncorking white wine.
We take this exceptional bottle for the reason that it's made for a grape variety, which is not cultivated anywhere else in the world.
Here is the only place.
And furthermore, today I have visited that hill where, according to the register, it was first produced in the 14th century.
Cool and so refreshing.
As usual.
I'm already eager to try it. Earlier today, you advised us to try white truffles, and I searched for them everywhere and couldn't find them. As it turns out, it's not the season for white truffles.
And when should I come to these amazing lands?
Well, I think sometime in October, so we can go on a truffle hunt in the neighboring woods.
In the meantime, we have wine.
Now, after a hot day, I want to enjoy a glass of wine. I can smell its bouquet, as if it's white, but it smells like rosé wine.
Is it sweet for you?
Sweet.
What do you expect from it? Yes, you're right.
Rosé, sweet.
Keep a secret. It is taught at taster's school at the 3rd level. While tasting, you pump air into your lungs, gulp the wine, and breathe out through your nose with your mouth closed. This allows you to taste the wine and enjoy its bouquet. This way, you can make the proper assessment of this wonderful libation.
Breathe in, taste, breathe out.
Breathe in, taste, and breathe out. Breathe out through the nose. Is there something to breathe out?
Nothing.
In addition to the bouquet, we'll learn to detect the taste, and after this we can come back to this bottle and taste its minerality. And after this we can come back to this bottle and taste its minerality. Because grapes are grown on seabed soil. This soil consists of shells, sand and limestone. So we can fully enjoy these nutritional minerals in a fine glass of Italian wine.
While listening to your stories of shells in an ocean bed, I finished drinking and want more.
The next wine.
It's one that has breathed.
Unlike others, this wine breathed for a long time.
How long did it breathe for?
Are you not interested in this thing on the table?
What's on the table? It's so beautiful, bright. It's probably for kids. After all, they don't drink wine.
This is so the mouth doesn't close.
Or maybe so it closes.
In general, when you throw a big party in order that guests don't see a stain of lipstick on the wine glass and the girls don't see what color it is, we choose our favorite color, put it over the glass, and that's it. This way, nobody will get confused.
It's great. Do you know how many times I searched for my glass at the party based on my lipstick?
Let's take another wine.
Let's do it.
The one which we want to appear in Ukraine, but in fact this wine has not been produced in Ukraine for very many decades. Its main feature is that it is made of the grape variety Barbera, which has been cultivated for the last decade to produce simple wines for everyday consumption.
What came of it?
It turned out that it's possible to make extraordinary wines that were highly appreciated by the Italian most respected edition Gambero Rosso. And it's cool to enjoy Barbera wine. It's a sweet life, or in Italian, it's dolce vita.
It's cool, and it has such a beautiful color.
Barbera always has a rich color. Its color is like purple.
Yes, it is indeed.
Let's start with the bottle cork.
It's parsley.
Its aroma is not so rich. No, it's dried plum.
I got confused between dried plum and parsley.
In fact, good wine cannot be described in terms of experience or other things, because it is felt with the heart. An experienced taste tester understands that it was stored for 18 months in an oak barrel before being bottled.
There's none in Ukraine. Is this due to the price?
There are several reasons. One of them is that it belongs to the high price category, and the second one is in its limited output. Here is the second point. The first sample was made of exclusively local Barbera grape variety cultivated around Italy, but mostly in the Piedmont province, in the city of Alba. That is, Barbera wine is from Alba.
But yes, Alba.
Now let's taste Roero wine. It is made of Nebbiolo grape. It's the world's most tantalizing grape.
Why?
Because it grows only in one region. Italians bring it from Piedmont to other regions and countries. But it doesn't give good wine.
Are there any reasons or explanations, or is it simply some mythology?
They say that locals charmed it.
I want to taste this charmed wine. That's how the corkscrew and cork sound?
They have not become friends yet. The grape variety of Nebbiolo is truly charming. It is translated from Italian as fog. And in fact, this grape variety ripens during big fogs in this region. Fog prevents one from seeing the road.
And in the fog, grapes, already ripe.
There are many hills here. You can enjoy the fog standing on a hill. It is a very incredible view, and this explains why this grape variety is called Nebbiolo, or foggy. What is this?
I don't know.
Vanilla.
Vanilla?
There are many other scents. This wine is very complicated, and if you notice, we pour it into a glass of a different shape.
Yes, it's rounded.
A completely different shape.
Is it specially intended for this wine?
The grape variety of Nebbiolo needs more oxygen, and a rounded bowl helps this and provides the wine good taste. Taste this one.
I can compare.
What we will do next? You pour a little drop in your mouth. Start with this one. Let the wine go between the lip and tongue, and then answer which of them is more tannic.
Ah.
Then along the teeth, and then answer. Use your tongue and teeth. What?
It's tart.
Taste this one. Take a swig.
This one is more tart.
Right. Now let's taste its elder brother, because in fact there is Roero wine named Sru. It's a grape harvested from several vineyards. and its elder brother is called Printi, and it is used with the prefix Riserva. It means that this wine is well aged, and it's likely that it is more concentrated with a higher grade of alcohol, which allows it to live longer. In a word, it can be put into a collection of the previous wine, was aged for 18 months in the oak barrel.
This one, it's much more aged. It's brownish.
I would call it rich red.
Rich red. It's not rich red, but it has the color of mushrooms. Bravo.
Good for you. I'll take it.
Bravo? This is somewhat bitter.
It was mushroom.
Yeah, I recognize the mushroom. And what is this? Is it a piece of skin from some animal? Italians are famous inventors. Well, I like mushrooms, but is there skin here?
Skin aroma is very fine. It theoretically gives an idea of how this wine will smell over time. This bouquet appears in the wine after it was bottled and stored.
I've never tasted so many red and aged wines. This is the first time, and I feel that I haven't tasted well-aged wines yet. What, we just need to have a voice password? Okay, I thought about it for a long time, searching, and then I remembered there's something erotic in the air, and I came up with the idea that the password should be erotic.
Attention, I'm ready with the password. Remember it, you should be the first to come to the winery Monchiero Carbone, voice the password, and take home the prize.
I think Roero is a good word to remember. So the password is Roero. This was incredibly delicious, cool, thought-provoking, fragrant, and erotic. So until our next wine tasting,